Hey students, this is lesson 14A. In that previous video, you saw a guy named Salman Khan teach you how to tell if two equations represent lines that are parallel. All right, in this lesson, you're going to determine if 3 points are collinear. All right, so to do that, let's just quick review what Salman Khan was teaching you about equations of parallel lines. Go to the next page and look at number 3 here. And without graphing, you decide which of these equations represent parallel lines. Now go ahead and do that. Pause the video right now. If you chose correctly, you chose these two. And you chose those two because you noticed that the coefficients of the two equations are the same. And the coefficients, you remember, represent the slopes. And also you notice that this part of the equation, the constant term, have different numbers. So that's just a reminder there that the number in front of the x is called the coefficient and the other number is called the constant term. All right, so let's go to the next page. And first of all, we're just going to review what you learned from that. It says just by looking at their equations, how can you determine if two lines are parallel? And the way you're going to decide is if the coefficients are the same and the constant terms are different. You will have two equations that represent parallel lines. So you can go ahead and do number 2, give examples of 3 lines that would be parallel if you graph them. Just make sure the coefficients are the same and the constant terms are different, and that'll work out for you. Okay, new vocab deal here. You should know that this word, collinear, means that that they all lie in the same line. So if you have points that are collinear, that means they all lie in the same line. And notice that there's the word line in here, and the word collinear. So let's look at this next problem here. It says which points on the graph are collinear. So basically what they're saying are which points lie on the same line, and you'll notice that A, B, and C do. And what I'd like you to notice about this is that if you take the slope from A to B, rise over run, like that, you get 2/3. And if you take the slope from B to C, rise over run, you also get 2/3. And since they share, when you're doing that slope, they share that point in common, that'll always happen if points are collinear. So basically what I'm saying here is if you have the same slope between the points, then you will have collinear points. So let's check out this next problem down here, and let's just see how that works out for us. So let's check out the slope from this point to this point. Let's call this A and this B and this C. To find the slope, we're going to take 26 minus 5 here and divide that by 10 minus 3. So that's 21 divided by 7, which is 3. Now let's check out these two. We're going to take 20 minus 26 and divide that by 8 minus 10. Well, that's -6 divided by -2, and that's also equal to 3. So we're going to say that these points definitely are going to be collinear, and we could actually check that out by graphing them. So if I put all 3 of these on a graph, you would notice that they all line up in a straight line. But this is a method we can use without graphing them. All right, well, that's it for the lesson. We'll talk about this more in class.
Hey Hermanson, don't forget you have ballet lessons tonight.
Thanks, Mr. Clapp.